Hi, what you're about to see is one of the classes from my Great Product Manager, a practical product management course from Udemy. Some of the classes on Udemy are already free, but it's not too easy to find them, so I decided to upload them to YouTube as well, so you can see how the course looks like and decide whether you want to enroll or not based on that. If you're interested in course, the link is down below, and write a comment if you're interested in a discount coupon. So, see you in the course and enjoy the class. No product manager is ever alone. You are not alone. Regardless of your skill set, of your energy, managing a product is nothing that you will do on your own. Your energy and creativity are limited. Thus, you will have to delegate in your position. The bigger the company, the bigger the possibilities. Sometimes you will have to do things on your own. Sometimes you will have an assigned person or even a whole department or simply a team to help you out with a specific aspect of your job. Whether that's design or that's business analysis, understanding the data. This will help you save time and focus on the things they need to focus and not do every little aspect of product development that's there on the way. Sometimes delegating will be difficult because you know you can do some task very well on your own. You know how to do it, you can just sit down and do it. But if you have tasks that require 12 hours of work from you being on the top, and you only have realistically 5 or 6 hours a day where you can work at your maximum performance, that means that you really have to share this burden. And I'm saying that it's difficult because sometimes it's frustrating when someone doesn't do the work you've asked the way you've asked. But you have to pay time to get time. If you are not happy with the result of delegated work, then you have to ask for a correction. You have to explain what's wrong and what do you require to be improved. And in time, you have to do less explaining, less corrections, and the overall effect will be that you saved a lot of time, even though it might be frustrating at the beginning. Trust me, it's worth it. Have a mentality of delegating everything. Your ideal position is that picture this, you're in Bahamas, you are on a hammock that's connected to 2 palm trees, and all you do is think of the issues in your product that need to be solved. Then you make a list of the priorities of the problems that you have identified, and then wait for your teams to resolve that. That is the mental image you have to have in order to delegate as much as possible and have the right mentality. I mean, I don't suppose any one of us will ultimately do it this way, and I, for once, hate heat, so I wouldn't go to Bahamas to do that. But it's a template that helps you focus and understand where you should go and why delegating is so important. It's even better if you realize that you can delegate stuff that is not your strong suit. Why should you spend time choosing the right type of database when you never had anything to do with choosing databases? It's something that clearly your development team is best suited to do. It's a no-brainer. You have to treat those situations where you could do better the same way you treat those no-brain delegating. Also, delegating helps people grow, helps your teammates develop new skills, confidence, and make for a better teammate in the future. It also builds trust because you show that you can delegate, that you trust this person to delegate, and there is some kind of mental obligation to do the best job possible. Even though the delegated party might be scared and reject the delegation and not feel confident, it's getting out of the comfort zone that helps everyone grow. Don't be too discouraged if someone is not happy to help you out. At the same time, don't micromanage. Don't check the delegated work too often and too thoroughly, and don't give a super detailed list of what you need exactly. I mean, sometimes it will be very important to do such a list, don't get me wrong, but for example, if you need a design for your product, you don't just ask the UX team to draw your best dreamt UX, even though you're a great UX expert. You can give them pointers, you can give them some very rough mock-ups on how you imagined it, but if you want UX, you have a team of professionals to give you UX, and that's all you need to worry about. We'll touch on that again in the class about working with the design team, but for now this is a very good example that helps me illustrate on what I mean. Remember, don't be a project manager, be a product manager. You may find that there's too much work and not enough people to delegate to. In such cases, it merits looking for budget to hire additional people. You need to realize that your core responsibility is to develop the product. And if there are duties that are part of product management that take you away from that and jeopardize this, like writing newsletter, it's something you need to solve immediately if possible. In this case, maybe hiring a junior product manager or giving an internship to a young student that will help you out with the communication, writing the newsletter, and some other minor duties that prevent you from being focused on the big picture. And it's the big picture you want to be focused on. When delegating, always give a deadline on delegated tasks and execute it. You can't just ask for something and not give a deadline and priority. You need to get a promise of something getting done by certain date, and that's final. That's all you expect. If you just have a task that needs done that you want someone else to do, also don't throw it in the air with no one responsible. There always needs to be a name and a deadline. One more thing to mention, delegation is not always internal resource. You can also consider hiring an outsourced team that will help you out. For example, if your product needs a mobile app, you don't need to suddenly get your developers trained in developing on Android and iOS. You might as well hire a dedicated team that does only that, give them high-level spec, get them to work, and just inspect the work from time to time without a care in the world and just expecting results that you paid for. That's a high-level delegation that needs proper budget, preparation, getting things signed off from the finance and your man, blah, blah, blah. It's not as easy as simply asking someone to do a task for you and giving them a deadline, but it's also an aspect of delegation that you need to consider. Closing this class, make sure to have the delegation as your product management philosophy. Go to that picture of you on the hammock in Caribbean or wherever I said it should be, behind two palm trees. Yeah, that's how you should work. That's all for this class and chapter. Let's carry on.